All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Please like and subscribe as always if you haven't already. And let's get into what is actually my first real horror book that I've read this year, and that would be Nightmare by Chad Nicholas. Now, this was actually his first work. This was self-published and is available in the link down below. It actually comes out in October. I was sent an arc of this book to read and review. This is not paid or anything, but in exchange for the book, I am going to review it. I actually have a written review on Goodreads already, and this is my video review. So I actually enjoyed the hell out of this book, honestly. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest, going into this. I'm not used to reading any kind of horror or thriller books at all, to be honest. I'm just now getting into them. And this was definitely a great start because this did not read as if this was this guy's first work. It was actually very well structured. I really enjoyed the story. It was intriguing. It was mysterious and definitely thrilling. And there were some seriously creepy and hard to read scenes during this, especially if you have kids. So I'll throw that caveat in there. So effectively what this book is you follow our main protagonist, Scott. It's basically his entire POV through this story. And you're slowly being introduced to this psychological thriller that is unfolding based on this man's past, where something very traumatic happened early in his childhood. Not going to say what, because it is a driving point of his character in the story, but something traumatic happened to him in his childhood, and basically he's having reoccurring and resurgence of these terrible memories, and it's causing all kinds of things to happen in his life, whether they be hallucinations or just bad memories, nightmares, you name it. You're following him through this story as he's slowly going a little bit crazy with what's going on. So I hesitate to say anything too much specifics, at least, for the story itself, because I would not want to ruin anything. This is a relatively short read. I read it over a couple of hours between last night, the night before recording this, and today. But like I said, I actually really enjoyed it. The pacing of the story was great. There were a lot of almost flashback scenes and chapters to kind of fill in details of what this character went through and what's leading to, his realization of things that are going on. His family plays a major role in this as well. And honestly, I feel like reading this, it would make a great movie adaptation. And I know I just said that about Andromeda Strain. This book has a lot more story than that book. There's no derailing this. This is very much a solid story throughout. And honestly, there are a couple of scenes in here that I dreaded to read. The author, Chad, does a great job of really building tension and really painting a picture of what he wants you to see. There's this whole theme that you'll see, even just based on the cover of the book and the description. It has a lot to do with crows. And if you read any of the reviews, you'll see people talking about how they'll never look at crows the same again. And that is for a very good reason. They play a major factor in this book. Almost kind of like an omen in a way in a lot of these scenes, but it's much more than that as well. This isn't like a slasher film or anything like that. This is very much a psychological mind for lack of a better term. There were certain points throughout where I thought it was going in one direction and then it went another. I was questioning the entire time, like what was real, what was not real, what is really, what is going to happen with this, because some of the story beats that this takes were incredibly intriguing. Honestly kept me at the edge of my seat. I kept wanting to read more and find out what was going on with this character and his story. So I've briefly spoken about some of the plot of the story. Again, I seriously don't want to spoil anything about this, so I'm not going to get into any specifics. But as far as like characterization in this book, Scott, you really feel for him as a character. I think Chad did a great job of fleshing this guy out and really giving him true emotions and just thoughts and a mentality that is really true throughout the entire book. Like you're fully in this character's head throughout, and basically just everything that this book goes into with either mental disorders or kind of trauma or just everything that this book tackles, it tackles very well. And I'm honestly, I know I did get this for free. That doesn't affect this at all. I really, really like this book, and I plan on buying it on a physical copy because it does look fantastic. Again, that'll come out in October. I think I'll link it down in the description below. If you order the ebook now, I believe you get $2 off. So definitely take advantage of that if you're interested in this at all. So I think it's going to be like 14 bucks, something like that. Well worth your time and money. I highly recommend this book. It is truly suspenseful. I really liked where the book went. Even stuff that was super mysterious in the beginning, it just gets you so engaged. So like in the very beginning when you're introduced to Scott and you're being introduced to his family and their house, just you keep seeing crows pop up and you're kind of wondering like, okay, what's going on with these crows? What's going on with these? He keeps like seeing things that aren't really there, so you're wondering, okay, why is he having these either hallucinations or vision? He's walking through his house and like his daughter's window has bars on it, and you're just like, what? That's not normal. Like, why does this kid's window have bars on it? There's all these little things that you're just kind of slowly learning about, and then when you do finally see and understand what's going on, it really hits. And I just had a hell of a time reading this book. I can't recommend it enough. I'm honestly looking forward to whatever else Chad writes, because I thought this was a fantastic first novel. It was truly suspenseful. I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm looking forward to more, Chad, so keep making books. Other than that, though, guys, drop in the comments down below. Let me know if you're interested in this book at all, if you've even either received a copy or read it ahead of time. I would love to hear some people's thoughts on it that have read it. I've already seen a few people that have been interested in it as well, so definitely looking forward to getting some conversation going about this. Definitely anticipating this for October, and this was a great start for me to kind of jumpstart my horror reading, because I had every intention of mixing in horror books for the rest of the year, especially in October around Halloween time. It's a perfect fit, and I'm really going to be I'm going to try to get like one horror book every 2 months probably, because it's not going to be like my mainstay on the channel, but I definitely want to mix in more horror, and I really enjoyed this book. So please read it, give it a shot, and until next time, everybody, keep reading.